Welcome to session 9 of unit 2 in learning the course Design and Analysis of Algorithms. In our previous two sessions, we seen two applications which can be solved by using greedy algorithm design strategy. One is knapsack problem and other is job sequencing with deadlines. Now we are going to see another application of greedy method, which is nothing but minimum cost spanning trees in our today's session. The main objectives of this session are to understand what is minimum cost spanning tree and to find the minimum cost spanning tree from the given graph. The learning outcomes of this session are, by listening this session, one can understand what are minimum cost spanning trees and able to write algorithm in greedy approach to find minimum cost spanning trees from the given graph. The topics that we are going to discuss in this session are the definition of minimum cost spanning trees, the two algorithms which are used to find the minimum cost spanning trees, which are nothing but Prim's algorithm and Kruskal's algorithm. First of all, before going to know minimum cost spanning tree, first we need to know what is spanning tree. What is spanning tree? Let us see what is spanning tree. A spanning tree is a subgraph of graph G which has all the vertices covered with minimum possible number of edges. Here what is a spanning tree? A spanning tree is a subgraph of graph G. Here I given a graph G. Here I given a graph G. Spanning tree is nothing but subgraph of G. Spanning tree is nothing but subgraph of G which has all the vertices covered. The spanning tree, that is the subgraph, should contain all the vertices which are present in G. If G contains 3 vertices, its a subgraph should also contain 3 vertices. If it contains 4, this also should contain 4, like that. So how many number of vertices are there in the given graph? All the vertices should also be present in the subgraph with minimum number of edges. With minimum number of edges, then it is to be called as a spanning tree. Hence, we can say that a spanning tree does not have cycles and it cannot be disconnected. Here, spanning tree does not, since it contains minimum number of edges, it contains minimum. Suppose for example, if your graph contains 4 vertices, its spanning tree also contains 4 vertices and the edges that are present, the number of edges that are present in that spanning tree are 3, not 4. The number of edges in that spanning tree are 3, not 4, minimum number of edges. Since it contains minimum number of edges, there are no any cycles in the spanning tree and it cannot be disconnected, and it is not a disconnected one, it is a connected one. A spanning tree is a connected one and it has no cycles. Now let us see the example. Here I given an example. Let us see this example. This is the given graph which contains 3 vertices A, C, B. Here I given a graph which contains 3 vertices. I have many number of spanning trees for this graph. Here this is one spanning tree. Let us see, which contains the same number of vertices with these 2 edges. With these 2 edges. This is not having any cycles and this is not disconnected. So this is one spanning tree. And here this also contains same number of vertices with these 2 edges. This also not have any cycles and this also not disconnected. So this is another spanning tree. And here this is also another spanning tree which has 3 vertices and with these edges. So it is also not having any cycles and it is also not disconnected. So these 3 are different spanning trees of given graph. Okay, right. What is a spanning tree? A spanning tree is subgraph of given graph which has all the vertices covered with minimum possible number of edges, and spanning tree not contains any cycles and it is not disconnected. Right, let us see what is minimum cost spanning tree. Now in our previous slide we seen what is spanning tree. What is minimum cost spanning tree? Now let us see here what is minimum cost spanning tree. A minimum cost spanning tree is a spanning tree that has the lowest cost. A minimum cost spanning tree is a spanning tree that has lowest cost. That is, for example, this is a connected undirected graph which contains 6 vertices and which contains a lot of edges. Each edge is having a weight. This edge is having a weight 5, this edge is having a weight 6, this edge is having a weight 10, this edge is having a weight 16. Like that, each edge is having some weights. Okay, if you take the spanning trees for this graph, we will get lot of spanning trees. If you take spanning trees for this graph, it contains number of spanning trees. Out of all those spanning trees, by adding the weights of edges, which spanning tree is having low cost, that is to be called as minimum cost spanning tree. Let us see this one. If you observe this one, here this is the minimum cost of this graph is 5. First minimum cost edge is 5. Next minimum cost edge is 6. The next minimum cost edge is 10. So if you consider 10 here, it creates a cycle. So we are not selecting 10. Next minimum cost edge is 11. So here we are considering 11. Next minimum cost edge is 16, 14. So if you consider 14 here, it creates a cycle. So we are not considering 14. Next minimum cost edge is 16. So here we are considering 16. Next minimum cost edge is 18. Here we are considering 18. No other edges are not to be considered. Only these edges that we need to consider. It contains the minimum number of edges. So here by adding all these things, we will get the cost of this spanning tree, that is 16 plus 11 plus 5 plus 6 plus 18, which becomes the cost of that spanning tree, which is a minimum cost spanning tree for this graph. A graph may contains number of spanning trees. Out of all those spanning trees, which spanning tree is having minimum cost? What is the cost of spanning tree? The sum of weights of its edges. Sum of weights of its edges is called as cost of a spanning tree. So which spanning tree is having minimum cost? That is to be called as a minimum cost spanning tree. Right. I hope you all understood what is minimum cost spanning tree. Now here there are two greedy algorithms to find minimum cost spanning trees for the given graph. One is Prim's algorithm and other is Kruskal's algorithm. We have two algorithms to find minimum cost spanning trees for the given graph. The first algorithm is Prim's algorithm and second algorithm is Kruskal's algorithm. Now here where we use this minimum cost spanning tree in our day-to-day life, what is the real-time application for this minimum cost spanning trees? We can use this minimum cost spanning trees in our networks. In designing the networks to find a minimum cost network, we can use this minimum cost spanning trees. In the same way, in a city, if you want to establish a MAN, that is a metropolitan area network, for that you can use this minimum cost spanning trees. In the same way, broadcasting, television broadcasting, dish connection, you can give dish connection by following this minimum cost spanning tree to reduce the cost of wiring or all those things. So this minimum cost spanning trees is also having some real-time applications. Now we are going to see these two algorithms, how I can use these two algorithms to find the minimum cost spanning trees for the given graph. Let us see first Prim's algorithm. Now what is Prim's algorithm? So we start from one vertex and keep adding edges with the lowest weight until we reach our goal. So here what is the first step of Prim's algorithm? We start from one vertex. First we select one vertex. Then we are going to keep adding edges. then we are going to keep adding edges by selecting some other vertices. First I selected one vertex. If I selected another vertex means there should be an edge between those two vertices. Like that we are going to keep adding the edges with the lowest weight. So that edge should have the lowest weight until we reach the goal. Now the steps, what the steps that we are following? Let us see the steps. Initialize the minimum cost spanning tree with a vertex chosen at random. First we need to initialize by selecting one vertex randomly from the given graph. Now find all the edges that connect the tree to new vertices, find the minimum and add it to the tree. Now suppose for example, if I selected one vertex, here you can see, let us assume that here this is an example for a network which is connected or a metropolitan area network. Suppose let us consider this is the given graph, this contains let us take all these are the various nodes, all these are the various vertices and these are the edges. These are the edges. Now first randomly we pick one vertex. Randomly we pick one vertex. Now from that vertex we need to find the minimum cost edges. From that vertex we need to find the minimum cost edges. We go to find the minimum cost edge and we are going to add that edge to the solution. That is that edge to the vertex. So here first we need to initialize by selecting one vertex randomly, and second we find all the edges that connect the tree. So we find the edges that connect that particular vertex which is having minimum cost, and we are going to add that minimum cost edge to the tree, and keep repeating step 2 until we get a minimum cost spanning tree. This step is repeated till we get a minimum cost spanning tree. So these are the steps that we need to follow for finding a minimum cost spanning tree in case of Prim's algorithm. So first we are going to select one vertex randomly. Later onwards we are going to select the next vertices which are having minimum cost and which are incident on already included vertices. So that process is to be repeated till we get the minimum cost spanning tree. Now here the time complexity of Prim's algorithm is big O of V plus E into log V. Big O of V plus E into log V. Here V is number of vertices and E is number of edges. The time complexity of this particular Prim's algorithm is big O of V plus E log E. V is number of vertices and E is number of edges. Now let us see the process of Prim's. Here I represented the process of Prim's. So first we are going to initialize all the vertices with infinite. We are going to initialize all the vertices with infinite. Now I am going to select one vertex randomly. Here I am going to select one vertex randomly. Let us choose this vertex. We selected this vertex randomly. Now from this vertex, here there are 4 edges are there. Out of all those 4 edges, which is having minimum cost? This is having minimum cost. So what I need to do? Next case we need to select this vertex. We need to select this vertex. After that is the spanning tree contains these 2 vertices. The spanning tree contains these 2 vertices. Now next what we need to do? We need to select a minimum one. We need to select a minimum one. Here this is having 3 edges and this is having 2 edges. Out of all these, which is having minimum cost? This is having minimum cost. So we need to select the next vertex D. Next vertex D. After that, this D is having a minimum cost vertex 2, which is connected to B. Next we are going to select B, and this is having a minimum cost vertex A. We are going to select A. So if you select this one, it creates a cycle. So we are not selecting that one. So later we are going to select the minimum cost. This one is the minimum cost. So we are going to select C. So what is the minimum cost spanning tree for this one? E, F, E, F. Here we have D, and from this D we are going to select B, and from this B we are going to select A, and from this B we are going to select C. Here this becomes the minimum cost spanning tree for the given graph what we have here, right. Now let us see here an example for that minimum cost spanning tree by taking a graph. Let us see here, this is another graph. What is the minimum cost spanning tree for this one? First I am going to select randomly one vertex 1. Here I am going to select randomly vertex 1. On vertex 1, what the edges are present? This is one edge, this is another edge, and this is another edge. Which is having minimum cost? The edge 1, 2 is having minimum cost. So first we selected 1, 2, its cost is 10, and spanning tree contains 1, 2. Okay. After that, on 1, 2, either on 1 or on 2, which edges are incident and which are having minimum cost? Let us see. Here we already selected this one, so we cannot select again that one. So here 1 contains this edge and this edge whose costs are 30 and 45. 2 contains 3 edges, this is one edge, this is another edge, and this is another edge whose costs are 50, 40, 25, and these costs are 30, 45. Out of all those 5 costs, which is minimum? 25 is minimum. So we are selecting 2, 6. We are selecting 2, 6. So we are selecting 2, 6, and its cost is 25. So after that we need to select the edge incident on either 1 or 2 or 6, which is having a minimum cost. Let us see next one, 3, 6, which is having a minimum cost. 3, 6, which is having a minimum cost. So I included that 3 into the spanning tree whose cost is 15. So after that we need to consider the edge incident on either 1 or 2 or 3 or 6, which is having a minimum cost. Here the another edge which is incident on 6 having the minimum cost with 20. So I selected 6, 4 whose cost is 20, and here I added that 6, 4. Now next we need to select an edge which is incident on either 1 or 2 or 3 or 6 or 4, which is having a minimum cost. So if you observe all those things, the next minimum cost edge is 3, 5 whose cost is 35. So we selected 35 and we added 3, 5. So finally this becomes the minimum cost spanning tree of given graph, and this, if you add all these terms, that becomes the cost of this particular minimum cost spanning tree. So this is the Prim's procedure, the procedure of Prim's, right. See the algorithm for Prim's, the greedy algorithm for Prim's. Let us see here. Algorithm Prim's, here we are taking 4 parameters. What are those 4 parameters? E, cost, N, T. E is set of edges in G. E is set of edges in G. Cost is cost adjacency matrix. Cost is cost adjacency matrix, and N is number of vertices. T is minimum cost spanning tree. T is minimum cost spanning tree. Now let K comma L is a minimum cost edge in E. Let K comma L is a minimum cost edge in E. That is, first we are selecting a vertex K. First we are selecting a vertex K from the graph. On that vertex K, which vertex is incident with minimum cost? The second vertex incident with the minimum cost is L. So that's why we selected the edge K comma L. The minimum cost is cost of K comma L, and T of 1, 1, that is the first vertex included in spanning tree. T is the spanning tree. T of 1, 1 is K and T of 1, 2 is L. After that, what we are doing? For I is equal to 1 to n, if cost of I comma L less than cost of I comma k, near of I is equal to L, else near of I is equal to k. Here what is this near? Initially we selected an edge KL. Initially we selected an edge k comma L. What is these near values means? Other than these vertices, some vertices may be there in the graph. Suppose your graph contains 5 vertices. Out of those 5 vertices, here k is one vertex and L is another vertex. 3 more vertices are there. For those 3 vertices are near to which vertex out of these 2? Whether, suppose for example, those 3 vertices are A, B, C. A is near to either K or L. B is near to either K or L. C is near to either K or L. Like that we are finding which vertex is near to which vertex, whether K or L. Now for I is equal to 1 to n, if cost of I comma L is less than cost of I comma k. So I comma L, if the cost of this edge is less than the cost of this edge, so since this cost is less, near of I is L, else if this condition is false, near of I is k. So whose cost is less? That is the near vertex. So here the cost of I comma L is less. Then what is the near vertex? L is the near vertex. For the vertex I, L is the near vertex. Now if this condition is false means cost is lower. In this case, which is the near vertex to I? K is the near vertex. So near of I is equal to k. So for all the vertices we are finding whether k becomes near or L becomes near, that we are finding. So after that, near of k is equal to near of L is equal to 0. Why I am making near of k, near of L 0? Already k and L are included in the spanning tree. Here I already included k and L in the spanning tree. So no need of finding again for near values for those two. That's why I made near of k is equal to near of L is equal to 0. Now next, what is the process I am doing? For I is equal to 2 to n minus 1, that is for the remaining vertices 2 to n minus 1, what I am doing? J is an index such that near j not equal to 0 and cost of j comma near j is minimum. That is, for each iteration we are going to select one vertex in the form of j. Here I am taking a variable j to represent a vertex. Now what is that j? Whose near j not equal to 0, that is to be selected as j. And also cost of j comma near j is minimum. That vertex should be selected as j. Do you understand what I am saying? Already I included KL. Suppose here j becomes either A or B or C. Now out of those 3, which becomes j? A becomes j or B becomes j or C becomes j? How I can find the near value of A, which one should not equal to 0? Here suppose if I select A means near of A should not be equal to 0 and cost of A comma near A should be minimum when compared to these costs. Cost of B comma near B, cost of C comma near C. When compared to all those values, this value should be minimum. Then I can select A as J. If it is having minimum cost, we select J as B. If this is having minimum cost, we select C as J. Right, like that we need to select one vertex. That vertex should be included into the minimum cost spanning tree. Here T of I1, T of I2, I included that vertex into the spanning tree and I updated the minimum cost value. Here I updated the minimum cost value. Initially the minimum cost value is cost of k comma L. Now minimum cost value is updated since j is included. Now near of j is 0. Since j already included in the spanning tree, we made near j as 0. and for I is equal to for k is equal to 1 to n, what I am doing, if near of k not equal to 0 and cost of k comma near k greater than cost of k comma j, what I am doing here is, now I included j into the spanning tree. I included k, l. Now I selected j as a. Is also included in the spanning tree. Now the remaining two vertices b and c are near to which one? Whether k or l or a. B is near to whether k or l or a. I am going to find, that is I am updating the near values. I am updating the near values. So by repeating this process, for each iteration by repeating this process, finally we will end up with a spanning tree, minimum cost spanning tree. This algorithm returns the minimum cost also. Here it returns minimum cost also. Here it returns minimum cost as well as minimum cost spanning tree, which is nothing but T. Okay, so I hope you all understood the greedy algorithm for prims. Now I am going to explain you with a small example. Let us see the example. Here I have given a graph. Here I given a graph. Let us see this graph. Now what is the spanning tree, minimum cost spanning tree for this graph? We need to find minimum cost spanning tree for this graph. Now let us write the cost adjacency matrix for this graph. Cost matrix for this graph. What is the cost matrix for this graph? How I can write the cost matrix? It contains 4 vertices. So I need to take 4 vertices. Now what is the cost matrix? Cost of 1 comma 1. There is no any cost. So it becomes 0. Cost of 1 2, which is 5. Cost of 1 3. There is no cost from 1 to 3. So it is infinite. Cost of 1 4. 4. Cost of 2 1. 1 2 is equal to 2 1. So that's why here cost of 2 1 is also 5. Cost of 2 2 0. Cost of 2 3 5. Cost of 2 4. Here we given 2. Cost of 3 1. What is 3 1? There is no 3 1 edge. There is no edge between 3 to 1. So we represent its cost as infinite. Now cost of 3 2, which is 5. Cost of 3 3 0. Cost of 3 4 3. And cost of 4 1, which is 4. Cost of 4 2, which is 2. Cost of 4 3, which is 3. Cost of 4 4 0. This is the cost adjacency matrix for the given graph. Now how I can implement the algorithm, prims algorithm? So let us see. First we need to select a vertex k. Now here I am going to select a vertex k as 1. I am going to select a vertex k as 1. Next I need to select another vertex L. That k comma L should of minimum cost, that we need to select. So out of all these on the edges which are incident on k, which is having minimum cost, let us see here 1 4 and 1 5. We have only 2 edges on 1 4 and 1 5. Now which is having minimum cost? 1 4 is having minimum cost. So I am going to select L as 4. So here we selected KL as 1 comma 4 and minimum cost is equal to, what is minimum cost? Cost of k comma L, that is cost of 1 comma 4. What is cost of 1 4? 4. Cost of 1 4 is 4. After that what we are doing? We are adding into the spanning tree. Spanning tree ki add chestunam. Now here this is 1 4. Here let us consider this as the spanning tree. I included that k comma L into the spanning tree. Next I am going to find the near values. Next what I need to do? We need to find the near values. Now what we are doing? For I is equal to 1 to n. N is number of vertices. How many number of vertices are there in the graph? 4 vertices are there. So n value is 4. Let us see. For I is equal to 1. I is equal to 1. Cast of, if cast of I comma L, I comma L, I ante I is 1, what is L? 4. Cast of 1 4 is less than cast of I comma K. I is 1 and what is K? K is 1. What is cast of 1 4? Cast of 1 4 is 4 less than cast of 1 1 0. So which is wrong? Condition is wrong. Since condition is wrong, what is near of I? Near of 1 is equal to K. K is nothing but 1. Near of 1 is 1. Just remember this one. Later we are going to make this as 0. Just remember this one. Next what we are going to do? I is equal to 2. Now what is the condition? If cast of 2 4 less than cast of 2 1. Cast of 2 I L. I is 2, L is 4. So cast of 2 4 less than cast of I L 2 K 2 1. So cast of 2 4. What is cast of 2 4? 2 less than cast of 2 1. What is cast of 2 1? 5. Yes, condition is true. Since condition is true, we can say that near of 2 is equal to, what is near of 2? L. What is L? 4. Near of 2 is equal to 4. Right, you remember this one. Next, I is equal to 3. What we need to do? If cast of I comma L, that is 4 less than cast of I K, which is 1. Now cast of 3 4. What is cast of 3 4? 3. What is cast of 3 1? 3 1 is infinite. Here also condition true. So near of 3 is equal to, what is near of 3? 4 obviously. So this is near of 3. In the same way, find I is equal to 4. Cast of 4 comma 4 less than cast of 4 comma 1. 0 less than 4. Yes, here also condition true, and near of 4 is equal to 4. Here I found the near values for all the vertices. Near of 1 is 1, near of 2 is 4, near of 3 is 4 and near of 4 is 4. Later what we need to do? We need to make near of K as 0 and near of L as 0. What is near of K? Near of 1. Near of 1 should be 0. Here I made this as 0. Next, near of L should also be 0. That is near of 4. This also be 0. This 2 becomes 0. Near values. Next, what the next procedure that I need to do? Next, see the next procedure. For I is equal to 2 to n minus 1, we need to select j. I is equal to 2 to n minus 1. N is 4. 4 minus 1, 3. 2 to 3. What I need to do? First I am going to take I is equal to 2. Here I is having 2 values. I is equal to 2 and I is equal to 3. First I am going to take I is equal to 2. What I need to do? J is an index such that near j not equal to 0 and cost of j comma near j is minimum. Now I am going to write near values here. Near of 1 0, near of 2 4, near of 3 which is also 4 and near of 4 which is 0. Now we need to select j value. What becomes j value? Here j is any vertex whose near value not equal to 0. Here near of 1 is 0 and near of 4 is 0. So j may become either 2 or 3. J may become either 2 or 3. Or what is j? Whether 2 or 3. So whose cost value is less, that becomes j. Now let us see how to find that cost value. Cost of j comma near j. Here j, suppose let us take j as 2, cost of 2 comma near 2. What is near 2? 4. What is cost of 2? 4. Let us see what is cost of 2? 4. Cost of 2? 4 is 2. And cost of 3? 4. What is cost of 3? 4? Cost of 3? 4 is 3. Out of these two, which is minimum value? 2 is the minimum value. So, j becomes 2. J becomes 2 and we need to make minimum cost. Now, we need to add that j to the minimum cost spanning tree. Here I already have some spanning tree which contains the vertices 1, 4. I need to add 2 also to the minimum cost spanning tree. So, here I am going to add that 2 to the minimum cost spanning tree. Here 2 I added and its cost is 2 and minimum cost is updated as earlier we have 4 in the minimum cost. Now, we added 1, 2. So, the minimum cost becomes 6 and we need to make near of j as 0, that is near 2 becomes 0. Here near 2 value becomes 0. Next, what I need to do? I need to update the near values. For k is equal to 1 to n, we need to update near values. How to update that near values? K is equal to 1 to 4. We need to update near values. Near k not equal to 0. For updating near values, first near k should not be 0. Here near of 1 is 0, near of 2 is 0 and near of 4 is already 0. What the value that I need to update? Only near of 3 should be updated. Now I am going to update. Cost of 3 comma near k, that is near 3. Cost of 3, 4 is greater than cost of k, which is nothing but 3, j. What is j? 2. Let us see. Cost of 3, 4. What is cost of 3, 4? Cost of 3, 4 is 3. 3. And what is cost of 3, 2? 3, 2 is 5. 3 greater than 5. So, condition is wrong. Condition wrong means the near value cannot be updated. The near value is present as it is. So, that is near of 3 is 4. Now, I is equal to 2 is completed. Next, what I need to take? I is equal to 3. Now, what is cost of 3 comma 4, which is 3. Now, that is we need to select j as 3 and minimum cost becomes, we need to add that 3 into the minimum cost spanning tree. We need to add that 3 into the minimum cost spanning tree from 4. We need to add that from 4 whose minimum cost is 3. Already minimum cost contains 6 and now we added 3 which becomes 9. So, here the minimum cost spanning tree for the given graph becomes this one by the Prim's algorithm. Right. I hope you all understood the Prim's algorithm and how that algorithm can be analyzed to find the minimum cost spanning tree for the given graph. Next, we are going to see the next algorithm, which is nothing but Kruskal's algorithm. Let us see the Kruskal's algorithm. What are the steps that we need to follow in Kruskal's algorithm to find the minimum cost spanning tree? Now, sort the graph edges with respect to their weight. What is the first step? We need to sort the edges of given graph according to the weights of the edges of that particular graph. Now, start adding edges to the minimum spanning tree from the edge with the smallest weight until the edge of the largest weight. We need to add the edges one by one. So, here in case of Kruskal's algorithm, first we need to sort all the edges from minimum cost edge to the largest cost edge. We need to sort all the edges. So, after that start adding the edges So first we need to add a minimum cost edge. Later we need to add next minimum cost edge. Next we need to add next minimum cost edge. Like that we need to add the edges one by one. Okay, only add edges which does not form a cycle, that is, and which connect only disconnected components. Now here we are going to add the edges one by one by checking the condition that those cannot create any cycles. Like that we are going to proceed to adding the edges to get the minimum cost spanning tree in case of Kruskal's algorithm. Now here the time complexity of Kruskal's algorithm is big of V plus E. Here V is number of vertices and E is number of edges. The time complexity of Kruskal's algorithm is big of V plus E. Here V is number of vertices and E is number of edges. Now let us see the process of Kruskal's algorithm. Here we have given the edge costs and those edge costs are represented in increasing order and those are selected one by one. First we selected AE, then we selected the minimum cost edge CD. Next we selected the minimum cost edge AB. Here this is the minimum cost edge. Next we are going to select BE. If you select BE, it creates a cycle. So we cannot select BE. Next if you select BC, it cannot create a cycle. So we can select BC. So like that we formed a minimum cost spanning tree. So let us see the example for one more example for Kruskal's algorithm. Here we given a graph. This is the given graph. This is the given graph which contains 5 vertices and some number of edges. First we need to select a minimum cost edge. Here this is the minimum cost edge. So first we selected this minimum cost edge. Later we need to select another minimum cost edge. Out of all these edges, this is having the next minimum cost. So we are selecting this edge. The next minimum cost edge is 2. That is, we are selecting this edge. Later if you observe all those edges, next minimum cost edge is this one. So we selected this one. We selected this one. So after that, what is the next minimum cost edge? Next minimum cost edge is 4. But if you selected 4, this creates a cycle. So we are not going to select 4. What is the next minimum cost edge? 5. But the 5 is not creating any cycles. So here we are going to select 5. So what is the spanning tree, minimum cost spanning tree for the given graph? Here this becomes the minimum cost spanning tree for the given graph. And what becomes the minimum cost of that graph? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5, which becomes the minimum cost of that particular graph. Now let us see the algorithm for minimum cost spanning tree, which is developed by following greedy strategy. See the algorithm once. Here algorithm Kruskal's, which contains 4 parameters. The 4 parameters are E, cost, T, N. Here what is E? E is the set of edges. Cost, what is cost? Cost is cost assigned to the edge U comma V. And T is the minimum cost spanning tree what we are going to be found. N is number of vertices. Here N is number of vertices. Now initially we made I as 0 and minimum cost as 0. Initially we taken a variable I which is 0 and minimum cost also as 0. While I less than n minus 1 and heap not empty. While I less than n minus 1 and heap not empty, choose a minimum cost edge U comma V from the heap if UV does not create a cycle in T. If the selected edge UV does not create a cycle in T, then we are going to add that edge into the spanning tree and we are updating the minimum cost value and we are incrementing the minimum cost value. Else, if this condition is false, in that case we discard UV and delete UV from the heap. So this entirely gives the Kruskal's algorithm for finding minimum cost spanning tree. Now I am going to explain this algorithm by taking an example. We are going to analyze this particular algorithm by taking an example. Let us see the example. Here I am taking a graph which contains 4 vertices, and here the edge weights of this graph are like this, and first we need to create a heap out of costs of edges. Now first I am going to create a heap out of costs of edges. 1 2 which becomes 10, 1 3 which is 1, 1 4 which is 5, and 2 3 which is 4, and 4 3 which is 3, and 2 4 whose cost is 2. Here I created a heap out of costs of edges. What we need to do? What we need to do in the Kruskal's algorithm? So initially I need to take I is equal to 0 and minimum cost is equal to 0. First we need to select an edge which is having minimum cost. Now I am going to select an edge which is having minimum cost. Here the edge that is having minimum cost is 1 comma 3. That is, here u comma v is equal to 1 comma 3. I am going to add that into the spanning tree. Here this T is the spanning tree. I added that edge into the spanning tree. Next, for I is equal to or I less than or equal to n minus 1 or I less than n minus 1, since we taken 0, I less than n minus 1 and heap not empty, we are going to select the edges one by one. Next I am going to select next edge. So next minimum cost edge, which is nothing but 2 4. Next minimum cost edge is 2 4. Whether this 2 4 is creating a cycle or not. That 2 4 is not creating any cycle. So we can select 2 4. We can select 2 4. Now after that I becomes 1 and we are going to select the next minimum cost edge, which is nothing but 4 3. Here this is 4 3. This also not creates any cycle. This also not creates any cycle. So we can have the minimum cost spanning tree as like this. That is, here you can observe this, the edges may be crossed, but here a cycle is not formed. Here you can represent this edge as, here you can represent this edge as like this. Here you can represent that edge as like this. So it is not creating any cycles. So that's why that becomes the minimum cost spanning tree for the given graph, and its minimum cost is 1 plus 2 plus 3, which is nothing but 6. This is the Kruskal's algorithm. So I hope you all understood the Kruskal's algorithm, which is used to find the minimum cost spanning tree for the given graph. So here let us see the comparison of Prim's and Kruskal's algorithm. What is the comparison? So I already explained you that Prim's starts with a vertex, whereas Kruskal's starts with an edge. So here the same thing is represented here. Let us see. It starts to build the minimum cost spanning tree from any of the node. It starts with the vertex. Now it starts to build the minimum cost spanning tree from minimum weighed vertex in the graph. So here we need to select a minimum weighed edge from the graph. From that edge we are going to start the process in case of Kruskal's. So here Prim's is a vertex initiated process, whereas Kruskal's is edge initiated process. Here in case of Prim's, we can use adjacency matrix or binary heap or Fibonacci heap to implement that particular algorithm. Here in case of Kruskal's, we are going to use the disjoint sets. Here we are going to use disjoint sets in case of Kruskal's algorithm. And Prim's algorithm runs faster in case of dense graphs, whereas Kruskal's algorithm runs faster in case of sparse graphs. Now here coming to the complexity of prims, the complexity of prims can be represented as big O of E plus V log V, and the time complexity for crystals can be represented as big O of E log V. And here the next node included must be connected with the node we traverse. Here in case of this one, next edge included may have connection or may not have connection. That is, Prim's algorithm is a connected process, whereas Kruskal's algorithm is not a connected process. Now it traverses the one node several times in order to get the minimum distance edge. That is, if you included one, for finding the next minimum cost edge, we need to consider one many times. Every vertex is traversed many times in case of prims, but in case of Kruskal's, only once we traversed every vertex, and it is the greedy algorithm. Kruskal's is also the greedy algorithm. I hope you all understood the prims and Kruskal's, both the algorithms which are used for finding minimum cost spanning trees. Here prims is a vertex initiated process and which is having a connection from one step to another step, whereas Kruskal's is edge initiated process and there is no connection from one step to another step in forming the minimum cost spanning tree. So I am going to summarize the concepts what we learned in this session. In this session we learned about what is spanning tree, what is minimum cost spanning tree, what the two algorithms that are present to find the minimum cost spanning tree by following greedy algorithm design strategy. We have two algorithms, one is Prim's algorithm and other is Kruskal's algorithm. We seen the Prim's process manually and also the Prim's process by using greedy algorithm, and we also seen the Kruskal's process manually as well as by analyzing the greedy Kruskal's algorithm, and also we seen the comparison of both Prim's and Kruskal's algorithms. Now to analyze yourself or to assess yourself, here I given some questions, answer these questions and share answers through the given mail. The first question is, which of the following statement is wrong related to spanning trees? Option A spanning tree does not contain cycles. Option B, a spanning tree is the subgraph of given graph. Option C, a spanning tree does not contain same number of vertices in the given graph. Option D, a spanning tree does not contain same number of edges in the given graph. The next question is, which of the following statement is correct related to Prim's algorithm? Option A, Prim's algorithm is vertex initiated process. Option B, Prim's algorithm is edge initiated process. Option C, it cannot be used to find minimum cost spanning trees. Option D, none of the above. The next question is, which of the following statement is correct related to Kruskal's algorithm? Option A, Kruskal's algorithm is vertex initiated process. Option B, Kruskal's algorithm is edge initiated process. Option C, it cannot be used to find minimum cost spanning trees, and option D, none of the above. Implement Prim's and Kruskal's algorithms to find minimum cost spanning trees for the given graph. Here I given a graph which contains 6 vertices and also I given the edge weights in the graph. You need to implement Prim's and Kruskal's algorithms to find the minimum cost spanning tree for the given graph. Not only implementing the algorithms, you need to find the differences between those two processes while you are analyzing those two algorithms. In the step-by-step process, you need to analyze which vertex is included in Prim's in the second step, which vertex is included in the Kruskal's in the second step. Like that, you need to analyze step-by-step process. In preparing this presentation, I used the digital content from various public sources. This is only used for educational purpose and not for the commercial purposes. Thank you for listening the session.